Let's get into your lighting setup here.
5 sky panels. I think we looked at a few different things. Initially, I was kind of thinking 3 over the top and then 2 like behind. And in the programming, we could like move them around a little bit. But in the end, actually having 5 like that with 2 kind of coming inside it allowed us to get this really nice left to right transition across the frame. So the original thought was, it's just in this room. And I think I'd sort of mentioned about having a little bit of a recess cove, which always helps for the low angles. It was never going to be that big. And then Leo, the set designer and the directors, talked about having like a little lip on that as well to make it feel like if you do see the edge, you get a bit more. And initially I was just going to have a grid over the top and light through that, but then you kind of can't see it. So when we got the final dimensions in, and I do tend to I have started using Blender a little bit just to kind of very basically work out for shoots like this, work out the scale. You can put the lens in, you can have a quick look around at what you see. And I kind of knew anyway that what was going to look good is the wider lenses, and you were going to see this roof piece. And I didn't know how much budget there was going to be for CG, because when you use a normal film silk, there's always seams and you can see stuff. And
this is not a 12 by 12 silk. This is something
else.
No,
because even in a 12 by 12 silk, you tend to have I think it was a bit bigger I think the hole was a bit bigger than 12 by 12, and a lot of the time you tend to have a seam or something in it. So actually we used a bit of Translite material, because then it could be a lot bigger, and I knew it would be completely clean. And that way we could kind of shoot it. I mean, the one downside is the Translite does eat a lot of light, but I know I could bring the lights quite close, and we had the exposure, so.